Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. I want to give a good morning to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good evening to my subscribers in America, the UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. I even got a subscriber from Costa Rica. Good evening there. Finland. I want to thank y'all so much, for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. I always give a special shout out to my new viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'll never take that for granted. My channel, is for the new man and woman who's never been here before, who's interested in making a trip to the Philippines. And my 11 years, almost 12, it'll be 12 in April, doesn't make me a know-it-all. And if I come off like that, I apologize. I'm just trying to be helpful. But it gives me a unique perspective, and I'd like to share that with you if it's going to help to make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things safer. I'm boots on the ground. I'm right in the center of all of this. It's for your benefit. I live among the locals. I'm always going to give you the nitty-gritty. That's just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, and what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. Again, welcome. Today, I had an interview set up with a young lady here, and I guess something came up, or maybe she'll come back later, and if she does, I will interview her just to let you hear it, so to speak, from the horse's mouth. And a lot of these women here, they'd like to meet a foreigner, but they're not on land, and that's why I'm oftentimes try to tell you guys that a lot of the nicer women, they're not on land. They're not on those dating sites or anything like that. They're just over here, and they give you the chance, to meet them, if you ever came here. But I want to discuss a few things today, because I always go through my comments. I don't want you to think I'm neglecting you or ignoring you. And the first thing I'll say is, a gentleman asked me, he says, with so many YouTube vloggers in the Philippines, and the numbers growing, and I can agree with him. I looked on YouTube, man, there's so many vloggers on the Philippines. He says, do you think that the Philippines will be oversaturated with foreigners, and so we'll no longer get that rock star treatment? I thought that was a great question, even though I can give him a quick answer. Absolutely not. Americans, and I can only speak for America, we've been coming here since at least 1899, all right? And this love affair between the Philippines and America, I mean, I'm not responsible for it, neither are you, and, it's just an ongoing affair. And I guess it's like fans of Elvis, fans of Michael Jackson, even though they're dead, people still buy their music, their T-shirts, and still visit Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee. They're just fans, and that's the way it is over here with Americans and with foreigners. You got to realize something, guys. There's some Filipinos here who have never met a foreigner in real life, and to this day, in 2021. And so you're always going to be looked at with interest. I was in the mall the other day, and I told you my girlfriend, she's a bookkeeper, and we were collecting some taxes over there from some of her clients. And we went to one of our clients who has a booth. I think they sell beans and whatever they sell. And we were there, and I mean, man, these women, it was 3 women there, and they stared at me. They stared a hole in me. And so, when we walked away, I said, my girlfriend, what was that all about? She said, well, they've been wanting to see you ever since I told them about you. She said they were very interested. They wanted to meet you. The owner, she did speak, and she did say hello, and she spoke a little English. But man, I'm gonna tell you, they're still very infatuated by us. So no, that's never going to happen. That's just something that's going to go on and on. It's just a love affair that continues to grow. And if you can handle the attention, then this is probably somewhere you don't want to come, because you're going to be looked at, you're going to be stared at, mostly by the men, really, because the women, they're just going to look at you. But the men, they're going to want to talk to you, meet you. They'll do everything but ask for your autograph. So, no, I don't see that happening anytime during my lifetime, okay? I want to move on to something. One of my subscribers asked me, he said, Calvin, if there's one place, he said, I'm only going to be there for 2 weeks. There's one place that I absolutely have to see in the Philippines. What would it be? And I'm going to tell you something. That's easy. It has to be Boracay. You know, Boracay is the Las Vegas of the Philippines. You know, even though it's a tourist trap and everybody goes there, it's just a place. And I left a link of my last visit there during Valentine's Day 2019 below. You know, me and my family were there. And I just want you to see this place. I mean, it's just a once-in-a-lifetime place just to say, hey, I've been to Boracay. And then the nightlife, to me, and I've been around the world. I've been to some of the nicest beaches, Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I don't know, I forgot the name of the beach in Cartagena, Colombia. You know, of course, Cancun, you know, just all the different places. Israel, Italy, you know, England, they've got some strange beaches over there. They're rocks and big stones, yeah. And you're laying on these big stones on the beach. But Boracay is one of the top beach destinations in the world, in my humble opinion. I haven't been to Thailand, you know, Indonesia. They say they got some nice ones over there, but in my humble opinion, it's just some places you have to go. I mean, the beach is massive. I mean, you're gonna see all the beautiful people there. You know, I don't care if it's Chinese, Korean, American, you're gonna see it all there. I mean, so many nice restaurants, hotels. You know, they've got 3 stations. Station 1 is where the most expensive hotels and restaurants are. Station 2 is like middle, and then Station 3 is like the low end. When we were there, we were there for like 8 or 9 days. I can't remember, but I know half the days we stayed in an Airbnb right behind Station 1. I mean, it was cheap. I think it was only like $12 a day, and we could just walk. I mean, really, it was like 100 meters from the beach. And then the last 4 or 5 days we stayed there, we stayed in the Henna Lagoon Resort. And the only reason I did that, I mean, this is a swank place, is because it had just reopened. You know, they had closed Boracay for a few months, and for 6 months. And it was just reopening, and a lot of the hotels were running specials. Now this place, the one room, one night is usually like 9,000 pesos a night. I mean, this is really, really a nice place. But they were running special for 3,000 pesos a night. It's about $60. So I said, hey, you know, I want my son to see this. So we stayed there for like 4 or 5 days. But it's just an amazing place. It's just one of those places. When you come to the Philippines, you cannot come to the Philippines and don't go to Boracay. If you do, man, you're wasting your time. Now, when you come back, yeah, you can see all these other places because they've got so many once-in-a-lifetime places here in the Philippines. I mean, Bantayan Island, Camigan, Malapascua, you know, Siquijor Island. You know, I can go on and on. You know, I don't have enough time, but come to Boracay. It's the Las Vegas of the Philippines. Simple as that. That's where everybody's going to be. All the nightlife, the beautiful people. I mean, if you like Mexican food, it does Italian food, Filipino food, American food, it's all going to be there for you. Okay. And I want to talk a little bit more about these cool temperatures. Look at it out here. Sun's not even beaming down on me. I haven't wiped off sweat not one time. I guess it's about 73 or 74 degrees here. And I was researching it last night. And it's coming from, one of my subscribers told me it's coming from a northeast monsoon. And my girlfriend calls it a Mihan, but it's here. And the weatherman said that it's going to stay here through the end of February. And I'm like, man, that's perfect for foreigners, but it's kind of weird being in the Philippines because he said that the temperatures, the low during this time, is going to be anywhere from 18 degrees Celsius, which is about 64 degrees to 24 degrees Celsius, which is about 75 degrees. And I mean, in the Philippines, and then in the mountain regions, he said anywhere from 15 to 17 degrees Celsius. And then in places like Baguio, he's talking about 9 to 12 degrees Celsius. It's going to be the low, man. I mean, that's unbelievable here. I mean, if it was anywhere else but the Philippines, it probably wouldn't shock me. You know, I probably wouldn't even notice. I'd be like, man, thank you for this beautiful weather. But man, I'm going to tell you, it's hot over here. Hot, hot. And even though as hot as it is, you'll still see Filipinos wearing long sleeve shirts and jackets, right? But when you see foreigners wearing long sleeve shirts and light jackets, you know something's going on, all right? And that's what it's like here. And it's threw a monkey wrench into my plans, because I love taking a shower. See, I don't have a hot water heater in here. One of them little hot water heaters that you make, because you don't need them normally. See, you know, you take your, after I work out, I take my shower about 9 o'clock. The water's been sitting in there. The sun's been up since about 7. And when you open the water, and it's warm, you know, it's lukewarm. I mean, it feels good, it's perfect. I haven't taken a hot shower in years. I just don't need it. But now, because of these cool temperatures, man, them cold showers, they've gotten old really, really quick. Even though they're good for you, it's not something, you know, I'm real hesitant now to get in there. But I tell you what, you talking about perfect weather right now, it's perfect. It's about 73 to 74 right now. The humidity's real, real low. And they say it happens every January and February, but this is my first time, I guess, noticing it. I know last year wasn't like this, because I was here and then I had to go to Zamboanga to see my son for a couple of weeks, and then I came back and see, we were in Siquijor Island last Valentine's Day, and I know it was hot, because we stayed right on the beach in an Airbnb. I mean, it was beautiful, man. It was really, really nice. But these temperatures now, yeah, they're really, really comfortable. And for the last 3 days, I haven't had to turn on my air conditioner or the fan, yeah, which is, you know, it's very, very rare here. So guys, you know, if the heat is not something that you really like and you really want to come here in January and February. You know, your ticket's going to be cheaper anyway, because their summer here doesn't start till March. All right. Another thing I wanted to discuss was one of my subscribers reminded me, you know, because on one of my videos I was talking about, one of my subscribers asked me about, can he use his phone over here? And I said, yeah, if it's unlocked, just put a local SIM card in here and you can use it. If it's not unlocked, you know, all you can do is either buy you one of these cheap phones, or I call them throwaway phones, you know, for 300 or 400 pesos to use while you're here. Or you can just use your smartphone for Wi-Fi. But he reminded me, and I don't know why I didn't think about this, the Magic Jack option for people, especially in America. You know, you can come over here, you know, because I got a Magic Jack. I got to renew it. It expired. It's $39.99 a year. And you can get a U.S. Phone number from where you are. Whatever. If my phone, my area code is 502. So I had a 502 number. And I used to call my clients. They would call me. It's very, very convenient. $39.99 a year. I mean, that's good. You know, think about that. And it's an option. You download it on your phone. Like I got it downloaded on my iPhone. I just have to renew it. And then I just call like I would call here. It's real convenient. It's something that, even if you're here for 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, the rest of your life, it's something that you should consider, because the roaming fees here are astronomical. And you don't want to deal with that. One of the first times I came here, I was foolish enough. I had a Samsung. And I was like, you know, just a few times I was calling home. Maybe one of my clients would call me. Man, I tell you what, I got my bill, it was like $300 something, man. So you don't want to do that. But that's just a few things I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to let you know that I am reading your comments. I read every last one. And I hope I'm never get that big where I don't read all my comments, and, you know, acknowledge them at least. And then the ones that I feel a need to address, I will address. But I will tell you this, about will the rock star status ever fade? I would tell you this: I'm not selling you a bill of goods, guys. I'm not selling anybody a dream when I tell you how it is over here. I want to be, that ray of hope for somebody, man. To let you know, hey, yeah, all the stuff you hear about it over here is true. Beautiful women, beautiful beaches, people leave you alone, 365 days of sunshine. The low cost of living, you can recreate your life over here. It's really true. Because I'm just a regular Joe, okay? I'm just like you, man. I'm just sitting behind a camera and, giving you the nitty gritty, giving you the boots on the ground, my boots on the ground experience. And because I know there's somebody out there. And one last thing to address this saturated question. It's a certain type of traveler that comes to the Philippines, okay? It's too far. That's one reason this place will never get saturated with Westerners. It's just too far. It takes a certain type. Either you're just smitten and so in love, blindly in love, that you can't see straight. Though they come over here. And adventurers like me, we'll come over here, we'll take a look at this place, we'll try it out. If it ain't for us, we'll go back home. But people usually, especially in America, they'll go to Mexico, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, but they're not going to come all the way over here. See, so that's another reason why you don't have to worry about this place getting saturated. So thank you so much for stopping by today. It's really, I really appreciate it. If in America, it's already late. I hope you helped somebody before you got into bed tonight. And if you're still out there on one of those late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, guy told me, hey, stop saying weed. Look, man, this is 2021. A lot of my viewers, a lot of my subscribers, they indulge. And not only that, it's legal in the West over there, okay? And I don't want to exclude anybody. See, I used to be in that crowd, man. And, everybody's welcome on my channel. And you're just getting off from work, second shift, you see somebody in the street, give them a couple of dollars. Buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 11 o'clock. And I want to apologize again to my viewers and subscribers, but I had a interview set up, and you're going to enjoy it when you see her. She's really a nice young lady. She's very attractive, and she's interested in meeting somebody, but she's not online, okay? But the pandemic just wiped out 10 million jobs over here. People are struggling. We're helping as much as we can. We can't help everybody. We do as much as we can, but I know it's important that we find somebody to help today, because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see you next time.